Hello, everyone. Coming up here on the Pro Wrestling Show, you see right here the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes come to SmackDown as the new WWE Champion. We'll get to Cody winning the WWE Championship. Cody Rhodes doing so by doing it big. Cody Rhodes now the new WWE Champion after SummerSlam and stuff. Cody Rhodes victorious over this guy right here, John Cena. See right here, we can get a picture of John Cena right here. Cody Rhodes holding the WWE Championship, defeating John Cena. John Cena raising the hand to pass the torch. Well, we'll hear from John Cena coming up as well. John Cena's gonna respond to the attack from Brock Lesnar coming out of nowhere, and what John Cena has to say about Brock Lesnar coming back to WWE in nearly 2 years to really silence what Brock had did to him. All this and more coming up as well. But we'll kick off with John Cena as well. +2. There'll be tag team action as well. Former WWE Tag Team Champions Motor City Machine Guns taking on the new My Family Tree. They're taking on Tyler Tonga and they say Mateo as well. So you know, a lot going on as well. Plus, we'll hear about what's going on our Feedback Friday. We're gonna call that Feedback Friday. Speaking right here for hot topics right here. Jonathan Gresham, a former Ring of Honor champion, suffered a stroke, and we'll talk about Jonathan Gresham, the pure wrestler and stuff. We get the Pro Wrestling Show started right here, right now. Hello, everyone. This is Kenny Diggs for the Pro Wrestling Show for the SmackDown Ring Report. Thank you all for watching this edition of the Pro Wrestling Show. Join in the conversation using the hashtag Pro Wrestling here on Connect. And don't forget to subscribe. Subscribing is caring. Tell a friend, call a friend, hit that subscribe button so you won't miss a thing. You can see right here, John Cena, looking all smiles and stuff like that. John Cena looks like he'll be in his own mood and on his own zone. We give Cena that. Cena did do so tonight. He said John Cena here. Man, I'm not wasting no time with John Cena. John Cena, the old John Cena, coming back into the fray again. John Cena leaving the pack tonight. What about John Cena doing what he does best? Show for the fans and stuff like that. That's what Cena did. Cena kind of did so tonight. Did it the way he wanted to do it. Like we said, this is the SmackDown Ring Report right here. This is the new SmackDown Ring Report logo right here. And we're going to show you that right quick. Well, let's get to John Cena right quick. John Cena making his way right here, and John Cena did so tonight by thanking the fans, telling the fans that he don't want the old him to go. John Cena wants to leave a legacy. He told Brock Lesnar, if Brock Lesnar wants some, come get some. That's what John Cena told Brock Lesnar. But we saw Logan Paul coming out there. Logan Paul came out of nowhere. John Cena was trying to say sorry to the fans, and fans accepted his apology, which is crazy. Well, Logan Paul challenged John Cena to a match at Clash at Paris. So we're going to get the match, Logan Paul versus John Cena, at the end of the month at Clash in Paris. So you'll see this match right here, Logan Paul versus John Cena at Clash in Paris. Looking forward to seeing that match between Logan Paul and John Cena. John Cena really getting all his opponents out before he goes in December. So Logan Paul will be a fantasy match that will be happening and happen at Clash in Paris. Looking forward to seeing that as well. So with John Cena and Logan Paul. Well, Drew McIntyre, we can show what Drew did. Drew McIntyre came out there out of nowhere and attacked John Cena with Logan Paul. Logan Paul really didn't have a fair chance. And Logan Paul attacked John Cena from behind man. It was just kind of weird, and Logan Paul did so. We saw that McIntyre kept attacking John Cena. Well, we saw right here Cody Rhodes making the save. And Cody Rhodes making the save for John Cena, his newfound friend. John Cena saying, you know what? It is what it is. Let's make it a tag team match. John Cena and Cody Rhodes teaming up against Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre. That's going to be the night's main event. We'll get you caught up on what the main event was coming up as well. In that main event coming up to end SmackDown. John Cena looking phenomenal. John like he was back to his old goofy self, and you can tell right there with John Cena getting back to where it was at the end. Well, we get to this right here. Sokoa and his bloodline called My Family Tree was in attendance. The My Family Tree was in attendance tonight. And the My Family Tree solo Tanga and come JC Mateo. They will be in action tonight. They were in action tonight. Um, My Family Tree or whatever you want to call them. They was in action trying to leave the sorry now we want to show you the footage right there. What went down right here. As you see right here, we want to show you that, but I guess thing acting kind of a little slow. See, Streamyards do gonna be slow a little bit, but hey. My Family Tree. We were supposed to have My Family Tree. Dave was in action tonight. They took on the team of the Motor City Machine Guns. Show you right there the machine guns right quick. We show the machine guns. Our things acting okay. There you go. Our server's acting a little bit wild and crazy, but there you go. But it ended in no contest and stuff like that. Well, we get to this. Sami Zayn saw the injustice and started to call out My Family. You see Sami Zayn right here. Sami Zayn got a win over Solo. Sami Zayn defeated Solo Sikoa. I don't know what they're doing with Sami Zayn. I think Sami Zayn gonna go for the U.S. Championship. That's what it looks like to me. Sami Zayn, he's going for the United States title. Oh God. Well, got got what he wanted, but hey, what it is. Also, too, right here, we see that Jay Cargill came a little bit short at SummerSlam. Jay went against Tiffany Stratton, and Tiffany Stratton told Jay that hey, you came a little bit. They told her next time it's going to be a little bit different than it was before. So I think Jay's gonna, if you may, Jay, gonna do what she needs to do. Yeah, we'll see what she's gonna do next. But well, look like Julia wants to challenge Jay. Wants Jay to challenge her for the U.S. Championship. Keanu Jay try to be the spokesperson. We'll see about that coming forward and stuff like that. Also, too, there's a lot more backstage segments. It's like they're doing a segment that Carmelo Hayes might be turning good. Carmelo Hayes didn't appreciate what the Miz did, and the Miz don't appreciate Carmelo Hayes. They're gonna be kind of feuding each other. I mean, they're wasting a good talent like Carmelo Hayes over the Miz. I'm not knocking Miz, but Miz is gonna be that filler, that stepping stone for Carmelo Hayes to get over. So we'll see what it's gonna lead to, where it's gonna go eventually. So we'll see. Leading towards to that. Well, Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss celebrate Alexa Bliss's birthday. Charlotte tries to change presents, giving her a birthday cake, giving her a doll. The new women's tag team champions defending the championships on Raw this past Monday. Now come to SmackDown, and they might have some new challengers coming their way. As you see right here, this is the cake that Charlotte went against Chelsea Green. Charlotte took on Chelsea Green 1-on-1, and Charlotte Flair. Charlotte ate some of the cake, and Chelsea Green brought some of it herself. So Chelsea, Charlotte, the rest of them and stuff. So you saw, you saw how that how that was going to be coming forward. So we'll see. Charlotte Flair making Chelsea Green eat some of the cake. She didn't want none of the cake, and the cake came into fruition, as you see right here. Chelsea Green took deeper inches of the cake. Kind of saw how that went down and stuff. So how that went and stuff. So hey, you saw with the cake and how the cake went down tonight. You're being able to steep and how low it's steeped and stuff like that. So hey, we saw how it went down tonight. Also, too, we saw the reunion of John Cena and R-Truth. John Cena, R-Truth in the reunion. Truth giving Cena his props. Cena giving his props to Truth as well. So John Cena propagated R-Truth. R-Truth propagated John Cena for all the dirty, nasty deeds, and now they're back on good terms. So I think it kind of the last hoorah on that situation as well. We told you about the here's more pictures before we leave out. Chelsea Green, Charlotte Flair, and Alexa Bliss before we leave out and stuff. Chelsea tapping out in front of Charlotte with the birthday cake as well. So we saw that. So put an end to that kibosh. Well, we get to this right here, the main event. The main event was a huge tag team match between John Cena and the new WWE champion Cody Rhodes taking on Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre. They couldn't aid in John Cena after what went down. John Cena and Cody Rhodes had their feud at SummerSlam, their match. It was an instant classic, one of the top three matches of SummerSlam that Cody Rhodes did. I don't want to show Sami Zayn. Show somebody else, please. Cody Rhodes and John Cena had a decent match at SummerSlam. Show that mutual respect for each other. John Cena asked Cody Rhodes to be his partner tonight. Cody Rhodes um, um, said yes, and everything went naturally. But you saw right here earlier tonight, Logan Paul challenged John Cena to a match. He challenged John Cena to a match at Clash at Paris to go one on one. You saw that as well. We put the two together and see right, Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre attacking John Cena, which led Cody to come out there. Well, throughout the end of the match, Logan Paul tried to get the upper hand by taking John Cena out with a low blow. He did so tonight by attacking John Cena, taking John Cena, him and John Cena fighting in the back until Drew McIntyre and Cody Rhodes were by themselves. Drew decided to hit the Claymore kick onto the monitor of the announce desk, leaving Cody Rhodes down and out. Think Cody's gonna be filming that Street Fighter movie. That's why they had to write Cody out for a couple of weeks. But Cody Rhodes should be back. Cody Rhodes on that. But Drew McIntyre sending a message to Cody that he wants to be the WWE champion. Drew McIntyre ain't been the WWE champion since 2021. Been a 4-year drought for Drew. Drew wants that drought back, and can Drew get that drought back? That's the question. So Cody Rhodes tonight suffering the effects of Drew McIntyre tonight. Where we go from here with Cody Rhodes and Drew going forward? You know there's going to be a match at Clash in Paris for the championship, so we'll see in the coming weeks. So we'll keep a close eye on that. All right, that's going to do it for the SmackDown Ring Report. Let's move over to Wrestling Hot Topics here on the Pro Wrestling Show. Get started right here on the Pro Wrestling Show. Talk about this. WWE's going to do a crossover with Disney. You know, WWE and Disney is going to be part of that WrestleMania, ESPN WrestleMania deal. Well, WWE's going to be doing a crossover with King of the Hill, and we'll see that coming up. King of the Hill crossover coming forward, and get the dots and T's and stuff like that. So Cody Rhodes, we'll see Hank Hill and family be on SmackDown. We'll see how they'll incorporate that on SmackDown moving forward. You know, Sheamus and Johnny Gargano will be part of the King of the Hill deal, so I'm looking forward to seeing that. Well, Paul Heyman named that Roman Reigns was the most ideological person of this modern era. You can't lie, Roman for 5 years, WWE champion. Started this on the way to April 2024. Roman Reigns been holding the world championship. Roman Reigns been holding it down for quite some time. So Paul Heyman gave his insights, and on that interview that Paul Heyman did for nearly 2 hours on Ariel Hawani, really insightful. Heyman giving out insightfulness and advice about Brock Lesnar returning back to WWE, about his history, about ECW, about CM Punk, the origins of this year's WrestleMania with Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and CM Punk, and how them origins came together. The stories and talk about Unreal, which Paul Heyman or something like that. So we'll see. Heyman, a good interview. Go on Ariel on Wani's YouTube channel and watch it. I watched it for myself and liked it. Speaking of that, Karrion Kross making waves. Karrion Kross is believed by Dave Meltzer to sign a new contract. We'll see if Karrion Kross has signed a new contract, but Karrion Kross will be doing shoots on promo just like R-Truth and the rest of them did. Former Ring of Honor star and champion Jonathan Gresham suffered 2 strokes tonight. 2 strokes this week. He showed it on his thing, and like he said, he did tonight. That really showed their worth and showed their stuff. like we said, Eric Gresham. Thank God he's safe and he's sound. His wife is Jordan Grace. That's what Jonathan Gresham had wrote right here. Let me show you before we leave out. That's what Jonathan said. Something like 10 days ago. I woke up and I couldn't walk. I couldn't move the left side of my body. I couldn't see. You couldn't barely talk. It took me 30 minutes to dial 911, but I finally did it. I woke up in the hospital. Thank God. He said, I never thought this would be something for me to worry about at 37. Man, like I said, you never know what somebody might be going through. You never know. Um, thank God that he was able to dial 911 because it could have been way worse than what it seemed. Johnny Gresham showing living proof and living grace of what's going on. So thank God for him and pray for him and pray for everybody else that thanks. Here's an update. Rhea Ripley and her husband, Lady Matthews, in the surgery repaired the ankle. So Rhea Ripley took some time off to help with that. So Rhea Ripley, a lot of health problems going on, but at least everybody's okay and everybody's doing well. All right, that's going to end the SmackDown Ring Report. I'm going to leave you with Drew McIntyre sending a message to Cody Rhodes that he wants to be the next WWE champion. Can he do it? Time will tell. Thank you all for watching this edition of the Pro Wrestling Show. I've been your host, Kendrick Dixon, and see you next week. The Raw Ring Report.